Never doubt the words of our Lord. What He has promised will come to pass, and trusting in His word, all will see the power He has to see revival spread across the world. In all parts of the world, people have begun to understand that this development in the world needs a greater force to turn this development into a positive development, and it is only our Lord who can turn it into a revival for the entire population. This revival is due to the fact that the prayers are heard and many people feel the vibrations in the form of energies that come increasingly stronger to earth to assist with help, but also to raise awareness among the population. It is so important to understand how much depends on the people themselves and their behavior towards the planet, and which becomes an outcome that is no longer desired by anyone in the population. To begin by changing one's life and living according to the laws of our Lord is the beginning of something greater for the entire population, because together this manifestation becomes a rise in vibration for the entire planet. Everyone has had their awareness raised with higher wisdom and knowledge, which has resulted in more and more innovative efforts and a development that goes in step with the development people have begun to understand. The beginning of understanding will show itself in what will eventually become a matter of course on the new earth, and to be patient in this development, which must be allowed to take the time it needs to take root for everyone on earth. It is important to understand how the process is progressing, and that everything does not happen in an instant, because the majority of the population is still very ignorant of where this development is going. Even if everyone in the population has received an increase in awareness, not everyone can still see what is needed for this development to go in a direction that is for everyone's good, and this development must be allowed to take the necessary time. Our Lord's promises of a fantastic world to live in for those who go to the fifth dimension will come to pass, and everyone has been given the opportunity to come along to live in a better world in freedom and love. It is so extremely important to know the faith of our Lord and live according to His motto and the universal law in order to be freed from oppression and slavery in the next life. Only our Lord can save the people from this oppression that has been endured for thousands of years by beings who come from other universes and galaxies, and who war to get as many souls as possible to follow the highest of the dark ones. Our Lord has had enough. It is enough with all the wars and hardships for the population, and it is time for a change for humanity, and that includes the whole planet. Starting to feel what you stand for in your faith to our Lord can be a beginning that can lead to an easier existence with the realization of an inner peace and love for the life you live. Life is a great gift from our Lord, and as He wishes all His children a life of love and prosperity, but not everyone wants this life, and many have unfortunately been caught in the net of the dark with promises of fame and fortune. This is not something that gives any satisfaction, as these people are constantly afraid of their property and have to guard and defend what is perishable anyway. None of this can be taken with you when life is over to live in another existence. The love for the entire population is so great from our Lord, and He wants everyone to feel this love, but what happens in the world is not a proof of His love, but something that is necessary when so much must be cleared from the earth after the great ravages of people and destruction on earth. This is also an awakening for those who sleep deeply to start looking around and take an interest in what is happening in their vicinity, instead of believing that something is happening anyway on earth with wars, earthquakes, floods and severe weather conditions. This is something that is affected by the population themselves, and that needs to be addressed as soon as possible so that the entire population is not lost. This is possible when everyone in the population realizes that they must come together in a collaboration for the whole world, and when the leaders of the world are part of this collaboration for a change in healing and justice for the good of all. With the love for each other, this will be the beginning of a new and fantastic world for everyone to live in. Many thanks. In the light, love, and truth, I am.